My pregnancy actually was great, kind of routine, nothing out of the ordinary until I was 22 weeks pregnant. And I started to leak fluid. We went into our midwife with an emergency appointment and found that I had started preterm labor. And I was rushed to the emergency room and was told that if he was born today, that he wouldn't survive. And what do we want to do? We spent 3.5 months in the NICU at Women and Infants Hospital, and he finally came home when he was 3.5 months old. And we were told, every day is going to be a struggle, every day is going to be a fight for him to live and survive, and he pulled through.
What other moments before you brought him home gave you hope that this kid was going to be tough and make it through?
Every day there was a little whiteboard in his room, and it had the date and his weight in grams. So every day we'd walk in, try to see, did his weight go up, does his weight go up? And his weight most often, he's a little porker now, his weight went up consistently.
So you started at Meeting Street pretty much right after he got home then, because you said he started here. All right, so what did they do with him? What were some of the things that they did with him early on?
They started off just doing an assessment of him to see where he was.
He received physical therapy services twice a week in our home, occupational therapy, and education services as well. He always surprises us. So Griffin does things on his own time. So when he's ready to do it, he'll do it. And when he does do it, then he learns the next 4 or 5 skills really quickly.
What do you think would have been the biggest challenge for you if you didn't have Meeting Street?
I think that's the biggest piece that Meeting Street has given us is the education for us. And they work so well together. They talk in the office or at Meeting Street about Griffin and different ideas, bounce ideas off of each other on what they can do with him. So it's definitely like 6 or 7 people involved in kind of raising this child and helping us work to get him where he needs to be.
He's definitely a persistent child, I would say, in a good way. His parents really embraced the coaching model of early intervention, and they really worked hard on all the strategies that we taught them, and they would work on them on a daily basis. And as his mom said, sometimes he would want to do it, sometimes he wouldn't. But overall, he just kept surprising us by meeting all of his milestones.
The folks here at Meeting Street actually break down those milestones for us so we can see how the development progresses. Our OT and our PT and our education specialists, they come into our home, and I feel like I know I see them more than I see a lot of my other family and friends, and they have become a part of our family.
I think one of the biggest moments is when I reflect back onto how little he was when he was born in their story, and looking at him now to see what accomplishments he's made. It's truly amazing to see a child who is a happy little boy getting his independence, and he came into this world completely dependent on his caregivers in the hospital, and he's really made a lot of progress that you couldn't even imagine at the time.
I feel so grateful when we come here for group that our son has opportunity to come to such a great place that has so many great tools and equipment for him, and that's very loving and friendly.